Hey everybody, I'm back. Been a while, but I really wanted to get this recorded because I've been waiting for this for a very long time. If you've ever submitted cards to PSA, you probably recognize this box. They have finally returned after, let's see, I submitted them in March of 2021. So it has been a little over a year. A year and 4.5 months or so. So I'm excited to finally get this back. I did peek at the grades when they sent me the email because I have no patience, no self-control. So I kind of know what I'm expecting. But you guys, it'll still be a surprise for you guys. So. And I'll try to keep it a surprise when I open this thing, so you guys can just see everything. We'll go card by card and just see what we get. And my dog apparently knocked this package down the stairs, so it's possible we might see some cracked slabs if it wasn't packaged well. Trying to keep everything on camera. Sorry I dropped you. All right, there we go. I think they want you to be able to get into this thing. There goes Jacob Ramsey again. That guy's always falling down. Did anyone get a chance to watch any of the Premier League matches over the weekend? Yesterday? I don't know if there's more today. I know they started on Friday. Arsenal played. I'm pretty sure they won. Can't remember who they played. Who did they play? I don't remember. But they're falling out already. They're upside down, so I didn't spoil anything. Haven't spoiled anything for anyone, so that's good. So far, I don't see any cracked slabs. All right, so I submitted 13 cards. The reason it took so long because I submitted it using back when they still had the $10 card submissions, the special price for, here, I can just replace that Jacob Ramsey with another 10 Jacob Ramsey, for trading cards. So that's part of the reason why it took forever, because I only paid $10 per, and then they shut down submissions for a long time because they were so far behind. And all of these cards were way more valuable back when I sent them in, and are now worth not a lot. But it's still exciting. Most of these are going to be for sale on my eBay, which I will link in the description again. So if you're interested, all right, let's get started. Let's see, our first card is Zapdos. So that is a Pokemon XY Evolutions Zapdos Holo, and it got a PSA 9. PSA 9. I don't know, looks pretty good to me. I think that could have been a 10. What do you guys think? I don't see anything. I don't see anything on the corners. Maybe a little whitening up there. See, I'm filming this at 0.5 because I want a nice wide screen for you guys, but it won't focus at 0.5 for some reason. It just won't focus. All right, let's zoom in. Enhance. There we go. Yeah, see? There's a little, is that on the card? Maybe a little nick on that corner. A little nick on that corner. Yeah, all right. So this card's probably worth about $10. And when I sent it in at a 9, it was probably worth about $50. So, and I paid $10 to send it in. So I basically got my money back. Ooh, and we've got a Charizard from Vivid Voltage. This is a non-holo. So this is one I sent in because at the time, a PSA 10 had sold for like $150 or something. I guess just because it's Charizard and everyone was just going crazy about Charizard. So I was like, well, I guess I'll send it in. It's only $10. And hey, look at that. Got a Gem Mint 10. The problem is that people have now realized that this card's not actually worth anything. It's not that rare. It's not even holo. It's just a Charizard. So, I mean, I might still be able to get my money back on it. Maybe get $20. It's a 10, so, and it's a Charizard. So we'll take it. All right. Next we have, Nidoking. So this again, a lot of these are going to be from the Evolution set, and this is a 9. So what's interesting about this is if you know anything about Pokemon, the original Nidoking from the base set, which this is a reprint of, has the grass energy background. So they've switched it up for the reprint and given it the psychic background. So it's kind of got this color match, purple on purple. So looks pretty nice. Let's see. Did they screw us? Some whitening up there on the edges. Yeah, a lot of whitening up on that part. So, yeah, I could see it. It's a 9. It's a 9. Again, that card's probably worth maybe $10 to $15. Next. Ooh, Jesse and James from Hidden Fates. Now that's a nice looking card. I love Hidden Fates. Probably my favorite set. Modern set. Just so fun to open with the Shiny Vault cards. And just a lot of really nice looking cards. The GX cards just in general look really nice. Let's see, what was our grade? Oh, this one was a 10. I forgot that this one was a 10 actually. So that's pretty exciting because this is a really nice card. This one actually probably would still sell for close to $50, I would say. Hidden Fates, like I said, is a pretty highly sought after. Yeah, you can see why this one's a 10 and the other ones are not. Because it's just perfect. It's perfect. That's a 10. Hey, that's a 10. So that's a pretty big 10. That's a big 10. We like that. That pays for itself for sure. Ooh, another Charizard. This one from XY Evolutions again, the Charizard EX. Let's see. Centering appears to be a little bit off. Yeah, it's pretty off center at the top there, you can see. Let's see, what did this one get? Oof, an 8. Yikes. Hate to see it. I knew that I had some 8s in here. I wasn't completely sure which cards they were. There's some whitening there on that corner. Some more whitening there. Oof, look at that corner. Yikes. If I had... See, like, in retro... I mean, they only cost $10 to get graded, so it's not the worst thing in the world, but obviously in retrospect, if I saw something like that, I just wouldn't send it in. Now, knowing what I know, but this was, over a year ago, and I was just kind of... I was caught up in the hype with everyone else, so... But that is a nice looking card. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. Don't love that, though. Don't love that 8. But it's still probably worth about $20, maybe, if I'm lucky. Let's see. Ooh, Alakazam V. I do like the V full arts. I'm not a fan of the Vs in general, but the V full art cards do look really nice. Let's see. I don't think we saw the grade yet. I'm not peeking, I promise. This is another one that I don't remember. Centering looks pretty good. Let's look at the top. It's probably a little thick at the top. Let's look at our corners and stuff. That looks, whoa, that looks pretty perfect to me. That looks pretty perfect. Yeah, this might have been one of my 10s. I think I had 3 10s. I know what the other one is for sure. So the Jesse and James, and the other one I know for sure. I don't know if this, so this one might be our second 10. What do you guys think? Go ahead and make your guesses. And 3, 2, 1. Oh, it is the full art Alakazam V Gem Mint 10. Wow, that's a pretty card. Yeah, Alakazam, one of my favorite Pokemon from Gen 1. I think just because it was so elusive, right? You had to trade to get it. I always liked Kadabra. I don't know why. And you don't see Kadabra cards anymore because of the whole Abracadabra debacle, copyright situation. So, yeah, it's a really nice looking card. Happy with that one for sure. Again, it's probably only worth like 30 to 50 bucks, but all right. And our next card, ooh, a reverse hollow Sandshrew. This is another one that you know, in retrospect, I probably wouldn't have bothered sending in because it's just a reverse hollow common card. But at the time, these were selling for a lot, just because of the hype, I think, and because of the fact that they, you know, are reprints of the base set, and that's what everyone really wants. Centering looks a little bit off, but not terribly. Left and right, and a little top to bottom, maybe. Actually, top to bottom, it's pretty good. Left to right, a little bit off. Let's look at the back and see if we can guess the grade again. That looks pretty good. Little nick there. So I'm already going to say it's probably a 9. Especially since well, it's not fair because I already know that I'm pretty certain that it's not a 10 because I know what the other 10 is. So yeah, this is probably a 9. I think there's also another 8 in here somewhere. Ooh, this one is an 8. This one I don't agree with. I think this is a 9. Looking at the back, I mean, one little nick there, one little nick there. I mean, you can barely see that one, and there, I don't know. I think this is, you know, you send this somewhere else, it probably gets like an 8.5, but I guess because PSA doesn't have 8.5s, that doesn't exist in PSA, so they just rounded down for me. It looks really, the reverse hollow looks really pretty on camera there, the rainbows. So again, that's another one that in retrospect I probably wouldn't have sent in because that one probably is worth maybe $5. Next, oh, probably my favorite card that I sent in this set, just because Mew is my favorite Pokemon. This is one that will not be for sale. Mew is still part of my PC. I pretty much am okay selling anything else, but I definitely want to keep my Mew cards. Let's see, the centering looks pretty good. Looks pretty good to me. Let's take a look at the back. There's a slight edge issues and a little bit of edge issues there. That looks pretty good. There's maybe a little nick down there. So this is another one that I'd say is probably a 9. But I think, if I remember correctly, yeah, it's an 8. Which is incredibly disappointing, because this card, above all the others, I remember when I sent it in, this was the one card that I was like, if anything comes back at 10, it'll be this one. So to see an 8 is like the biggest disappointment you could imagine, especially since, you know, it's going in my PC. I would obviously love to have it in perfect condition, but this is one that I think a PSA 10 at the time that I sent them in was going for over $200. So a PSA 8 now is probably, again, like maybe 10 to 15 bucks. Next we have, reverse hollow Pikachu. That's a pretty one. Yeah, same situation with the Sandshrew, except maybe it makes a little bit more sense just because Pikachu is Pikachu. But in retrospect, probably wouldn't get this, still get this graded now, unless I really wanted it for a personal collection or something. But centering looks pretty good. Little nick on that edge. Ooh, big nick on that edge. Is this another 8? I don't remember. But that nick is pretty huge. I feel like this has to be another 8. Let's take a look. No, a 9. Okay. Alright. I mean, I'll take it. But I feel like the Sandshrew was not as bad as this one, and it got an 8, and this has a 9. So, I don't know. Yeah, PSA is hard to follow these days. As far as their grading, I know a lot of people have lost faith in PSA, have sent cards in and been very disappointed with the grades, not just because they wanted higher, but because looking at the card, it's hard to see why it was graded the way that it was. And I've also heard people sending in cards, getting them back with one grade, they crack the case and send the exact same card back to PSA, and they get a different grade. So, you know, obviously you would like to see some consistency. So, here we go. Serving Pikachu. So this is a secret rare, technically, for the Evolution set. You can see they're 111 out of 108. So this is another one that was, a PSA 10 was going for, I believe, around 150 at the time. So, you know, being able to send it in and get graded for 10 bucks, if I can turn that into 150, was obviously something that I was interested in, but I wasn't expecting to take over a year for me to get the card back. So let's see. Looks pretty good. Little nick down there. Tiny little nicks there. This is probably a 9, right? Yeah, that's a 9. Little off center, top to bottom, but I think just those little corner nicks are probably what are bringing it down. Now, I think I also have a Flying Pikachu. That might be next. Yep, there's the Flying Pikachu. Another secret rare, 110 out of 108. This one looks better centering-wise. Let's see how it looks on the back. For the corners, another little nick there. Little nick there, little nick there. I'd say this is another 9. Let's see. Yep, another 9 for Flying Pikachu. Makes sense. Those are, again, probably only worth like 10 bucks now. So I might get my money back if I'm lucky. Ooh, there we go. Another secret rare. Rainbow Rare Beauty from Vivid Voltage. Yeah. The centering looks pretty good. Maybe a little off. Just a little off, I think. Let's turn it around and look at the back. Okay, that looks perfect on the top. Okay, and it looks perfect on the bottom. I don't think this is a 10, though. But it certainly looks like one. So this is a 9. The centering, maybe? I don't feel like the centering is that far off, though. Maybe left to right. Maybe because it's left to right and top to bottom. What about on the back? I mean, I guess. Man, the centering's really... it has to be the centering, right? Like, everything else looks perfect. I mean, I guess, yeah, I mean, I guess if you look at it up here, especially this top right corner, centering is pretty bad. Like this supporter banner here is like almost at the very edge. So, all right, that's another one that's probably like a 9.5 if you send it somewhere that does half grades. Well, I guess PSA does half grades, but whatever. I think it's just less common for PSA to do half grades. So our final card, is the amazing rare Rayquaza. This, next to the Mew, is probably my other favorite card from this batch that I sent in, and the other one that I thought had a good chance of getting a 10. And if you remember what I said earlier, I knew I had 3 10s, so we don't need to go through the whole rigmarole with this one. It's a 10. It's a 10. Beautiful card. This is another one that was about $200 as a 10 when I first sent it in, and is now probably worth like 50 bucks. Ooh, it does have a little nick there on that corner, but I guess that's not enough. The other corners are perfect. Yeah, centering is good enough. Good enough. That's a 10. That's a 10, boys. We take those. All right. That's all 13 cards, y'all. So overall, since I only paid 10 bucks for each one, I'm not too disappointed. I will definitely get my money back when I sell, if and when I sell them. So what I'm not happy about is the turnaround time. I highly suggest, especially if you're just sending cards in to get graded for like a personal collection, I would suggest SGC or even CGC for grading. Personally, I've been using SGC because I have an LCS that does send-offs for only $25 a card, and they take care of shipping and everything, and I can send as little as 1 card for no extra fee with them. So that's been great for me. I've been getting my cards back in like as little as a week. I think the longest I've waited is a little bit less than 2 weeks. I think I waited 13 days once to get cards back from them. So that's been amazing. So I would highly recommend that if it's an option for you. I think to get the $25 a card, if you don't have a local SGC card shop that sends it in for you, I think you have to have a minimum of 10 cards to get the $10 per card. But yeah, I mean, just the turnaround time alone is reason enough to switch to SGC. You know, it's not as big of a name, but I mean, just look, the slabs still look beautiful, especially if you are a fan of, as big of a fan of like black on black as I am. I mean, I think they look equally, if not better. I mean, here you can do side-by-side comparison. You know, I like the tux look, as they call it. You know, so especially if it's just for a personal collection, highly recommend. But all right, that's all I got for today. Thanks for thanks for tuning in, and I will see you guys later.